obviously, they don't have a lot of moves in the position that they have. They were sitting in the shacks on the eastern side, so they just had to make some sort of move. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the path that they took in has the least amount of third parties coming in, but at the same time also exposes them for fewest possible angles from the compound. So that was like, that is step number one, like get into the compound safely. Now, playing on that side, on the northern side, it kind of leaves them at the mercy of Navi. Navi needs to do something else. Otherwise, they're just dead. That's just how it works. But it just so happened that they were able to stall this one out long enough for Liquid to come in from the northern side, take the attention from Navi, and then they can just stay there. At the same time, M4's not really necessarily doing any aggressive moves, which was a little bit surprising to me. And that just allows Redline to do things. They packed their lunch and bags and everything, and they just moved into the compound of M4.
But part of me made me think that's why Redline didn't stay there and they pushed into the compound with M4, so that by the time the Forest finished fighting, as soon as they peered over the edge, they wouldn't see Redline there because they had disappeared off. But they played a really, really good game. We are about to get into the final game of the entire tournament. We want a little bit more time to talk about the leaderboard and where things are at. So let's go straight ahead and take a look at the damage and kills the last game. Clib, what? These guys, they're trading places. They're just enjoying it at this point. Clib, now for this is all important now. We have one game left to go. Team Liquid, 208 points. Easy does it. Big Boss Life now level. Well, game number 18 is about to begin. It's a 3-day grand final, and we are about to drop into Erangel for the last time. This is a little bit of a victory lap for Team Liquid, but behind them, it's going to be a trail of chaos and uncertainty as we try and work out who finishes second, third, fourth, basically all the way down to last place. All of these teams can change positions on this single game. So for the final time, Copter, Ivan, please give us a delightful introduction to Erangel.
Here we go. Plane coming from Zark. He will be heading towards Multa, and it's pretty fair play. And one thing which we haven't seen in all the games on the final, we haven't seen a melee circle. So maybe one hot drop, maybe one melee circle on the last game, that could be a thing. But we can see Ends heading towards Severny. Nothing fancy happening on the western side. Let's see what's going to be the end of the plane. We can see M4s and also Fago already heading there on the Sosnovka Island. And otherwise, I mean, teams are pretty fine with the locations and everything. We have something going on with the vehicles here, but that's going to be Spiral landing, getting a Daisy, and that's going to be Mitroleus getting a motorcycle, so it should be just fine. No big changes whatsoever. Mitroleus is going to be taking the J compound. Yes, that's going to be as default. Redline will go the usual places as well. Phase, Curse, everything is just business as usual. And the circle will be shifting again there on the southern, western side. A couple of the shots coming from Mitroleus with the AK, but that spray is not going to be connecting. But I mean, we didn't see any of the hot drops. We didn't get the melee circle either. But I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's going to be like doing some tricks again, you know, from the sides. We have seen sometimes the teams from the farm area, Phase of course included, going for some fancy plays, you know, getting solo players down from the first compounds when they have realized that there's going to be always on that compound one player. We still might see some of that action.
Yeah, absolutely, and I would actually be surprised if some of these teams, say for instance Cursed, who have been a very aggressive team, if they don't try to do something like that, that would have been like a couple of easy points to pick up, easy obviously in quotation marks, but that is definitely one of the strategies that I do expect to see here. Wouldn't be surprised to actually see a team bridge camp this one either. Having this kind of a circle, it wouldn't be too uncommon to see one of the teams on the eastern side decide to rotate across the military island. So that could be one to look out for. And also, I mean, regarding the rest of the circle here, it's pretty open, so it's not like you're going to be guaranteed to find some early game action and to be able to actually find a fight where you kind of have control in the early game. So yeah, I mean, those tricks is definitely one to look out for.
Yeah, Noki is going to be moving closer, so the first player from the Adex will be moving inside, and we can see of course double VLA on the middle. Very pure Primos, all these places are free, so there's only basically double VLA currently sitting on the middle, not really split as a 2-2 split, but anyway, kind of like looting the different areas. But it's gonna be soon, 3 minutes on the clock, so then we'll see teams coming in. Liquid definitely with this kind of a circle should be one of the first teams to move. They don't want anybody to be passing them, and so we can expect that they will be on the move with the 4-minute mark. M4's looting the military base. Faker did actually go all the way to Novorepno. Yeah, that's pretty gonna be quite far away. We do have FaZe now starting up some vehicles because if Fastfest like a little bit like driving there on the beach, like gonna be a little bit nervous about it, so wants to be already going. We can see nuclear penguins on the Lipovka area as we have seen on the past as well, and that nothing that strange is gonna happen. Virtus Pro kind of like, you know, piling people towards the vehicles at least, so they might be making some moves as well. But just wait for it. It's not gonna be for long. Alex will be moving now all the remaining players as well, so they already have 2 players on the compound here on the side of the Everest, and Kozak and Fulbrecht probably will be trying to get some different compounds so that they have a nice 2-2 split or something like that in their disposal. Fade is gonna be leaving from the Gatka area. Dante, Hobbits and Fortlessly already here on the southern side of the fields of Gatka, so that is a good situation for them, more or less. Now Liquid is going to be starting the engines from Pochinki. Virtus Pro is going to be leaving from the school and the apartment area. Also FaZe is going to be starting the movement from Müller. They might be trying to pass Curse, but Curse is going to be waiting still here on the compounds. I don't know if it's going to be planned situation or they're just like slow with the looting. Shiv is going to be leaving, so you know, I don't think they're actually trying to build any kind of a scenario. And the FaZe, they are wondering should they actually go all the way through from the Sosnovka Island. They did see 2 teams go in there, and they just might be waiting for them as well. That is 1 point, because one of these teams could be still coming from that bridge, and that would be a Fago, for example. I wouldn't be surprised if the M4s actually would do the rotation from that side as well. And one player is going to fall on the Gaxi, so inside of the prison it's going to be Nuclear Penguins Arctics getting 1 kill from the Wrangle only. That's going to be the first knock and a kill.
I wonder if M-Force is sitting watching this and being like, damn, now we gotta find a kill as well. I wonder if they're actually sitting and thinking about that. Probably not, but still, seeing Nuclear Penguins just picking up a free kill here in the beginning, that's obviously going to be a little bit annoying for M-Force. Like you mentioned, we did see a couple of these teams moving in towards the center of the zone here. We have WLA here in the center, Adepts now finding their way on the Cat Hill, and then also Polish Power making their way across the Gatka fields. Virtus Pro seems to be gathering up fairly far outside the center here. And the same thing kind of goes for Liquid, but at least Liquid have one of the compounds where you can actually push quite freely in towards the center of the zone. So that one seems a little bit more sensible. Look at this Polish Power with Copy here inside of a vehicle in the passenger seat. This one is so scary, and here comes the Dex as well.
That's going to be Kozak who's going to fall down. Hobbits will find that one, and Polish Power gets a hint that maybe will not go on that compound. I mean, yeah, if they were just sending one player inside, that's going to be Noki under fire from the Polish Power. He's going to be trying to get away towards Fulhrax and Navmer back to save. The shots from Polish Power will still come, but he will be able to get away. Masalek is actually here. They are not going to be staying there. I mean, they just want to go for the double VLA, so that's going to be a thing definitely. Folder's going to be moving on that compound, so Polish Power, they want to have their stake. I mean, double VLA, they might have this like a little bit like relaxed feeling that, yeah, we got them away. Meanwhile, we do have Nuclear Penguins and Erangel only still fighting here on the prison area as well. And it's going to be only Makandak remaining for the Erangel only. That might be the first team that we're going to be losing. We can see Makandak holding that angle. We'll be spotting Arctics. Will he open the fire actually? He will be getting behind that container. There's going to be 3 players at least. So they will be just, you know, shooting towards the smokes. They're going to be expecting that there's still 1 player inside. But yeah, Makandak is going to be waiting for a while. Not going to be opening the fire now. He's going to be getting that knock. Wants to get the plus as well. We'll be making sure that the guy's not going to be crawling behind that container anymore. He's going to be spotted from the tank, but we'll at least get that 1 point. The Nuclear Penguins, they want to get those points, as we know they want to be staying on the last place. Makandak with the nice shots will be tagging, but will not be getting a knock. We'll be spotting the other player behind that container. That's really Scoopy, but the shots, he doesn't have the angle, and now he's going to be moving away at least a little bit, changing the angle, because the utilities will be immediately coming on that location. He has been dodging that one because Yenino will already pushing towards Makandak. He's not that far away. We're spotting him, and that's clear spray coming in, and that will be Erangel only falling down. Nuclear Penguins getting those kills which they need to get away from the last place, and we can see them already making a gap towards M4s, and the whole Polish Power and the double VLA situation seems to be kind of like settling. So double VLA, they have moved there on the southern compound, and they're still going to be on the completely different compound. We can see Curse shooting towards the LW. It's going to be Samurai driving or somehow dropping from the vehicle next to the shack. Then there's going to be some damage, so they will most probably get a plus. Somebody will get a plus. Samurai will be actually will die without giving any points to anybody. nobody else. So that's gonna be a king, and that's gonna be Lurex now completely alone on the wooden shack. That's gonna broke soon. The attacks will be happening. He will need to get out of the track. He will getting to the smokes. Samurai, well, dead there as well. We're gonna be joining maybe next to him proning at some point, but for now he's still just putting more smokes. The vehicle is gone, of course, so he can't really use that anymore. The only way is gonna be trying to somehow survive, but the rest of the teams will be in trouble as well with the team cursed.
Yeah, and on the northern side, actually, we see a situation evolving. It is between ENGE and PBL up on top of the Mount Everest here. So potential fight happening here as we see PBL. They kind of trace down ENGE, and look at that. Rustamar is going to find the first knock. And obviously, ENGE, one of these other teams that they really don't want to be in last place here. I mean, obviously, huge team. They're going to take it on their pride that they will make sure that they get as many points as possible, as they're going to push forward and try to take down these BBL guys. And actually, BBL seems to just be leaving for fun.
Yeah, meanwhile, we do have Liquid actually getting some knocks as well. Double BLA and the Polish power situation is going to be happening. So meanwhile, as the Everest situation will be more or less resolving, we have Krunio with a great spray towards, was that Hobbit? Yes, it was. So Hobbit will take some more damage, but Krunio will be just going there on the other side of the smokes. We can see him taking some damage, and Dante getting him down. So Polish power will have some casualties. Cappy as the last player will be putting that perfect net towards Hobbits, and that's not gonna do enough damage, unfortunately. The spray will do some, but not gonna be enough to get the player down. Maslak's gonna be trying to crawl towards him. Double VLA, they have done the revival. Dante with a nade. We try to push it towards Cappy, and that's gonna be end of Polish power as the Hobbits will finish off with the spray, and that's gonna be it for the Polish power. So they will drop down. They will stay on the 5th place. They will be not getting all the way till the 4th place. We can see at the same time Clip already gone down from Team Liquid. 2 kills for them. Teams on the same compound. We do have LW, the last player of Performance, on the roof. That's gonna be holding that angle on top of the granny. And we get James, Maxi, and Ibiza joining there on the other side of the barn building. Sheep is gonna be watching this whole situation from the distance and hasn't spotted yet the player from the rooftop. If it doesn't have the angle from this place, Sheep just watching what League is gonna be doing and waiting if he can actually drop somebody down. But for now, gonna be holding his fire. The teammates are joining because it's Silas and Monkey traveling from the southern side. Ens will be getting down from that Everest mountain. Will be trying to get inside of Katka because VVL also joining there from the same angle, and it's gonna be still Liquid trying to find that one player from these buildings. They know that there's gonna be somebody. I mean, Performance location is definitely not optimal, and as soon as it's gonna be spotted, Liquid will be pushing him down, and there's gonna be shots already coming towards him. Now they will realize where he's gonna be hiding. They spotted him down. That's gonna be also Cursed opening the fire, and Performance takes the damage. Will be getting a lower HP, and Monkey will find him in the end all the way. The nades are good from Team Liquid, but it's gonna be Cursed who's gonna be faster with it. We can see Face now coming in as well, and they will just go full ham. Gustav and Fex, they will spot Chief from the shack, and we do have the situation building up. Fex kind of like coming from the side, and we can see Gustav fast place. Gustav's gonna be taking the vehicle. Fex is gonna be still also leaving actually from the scene. They will realize there's gonna be so many people. Silas will be getting him down. There's gonna be a lot of shots happening from the side. Nuclear Ping is also shooting towards Cursed and Face clan. She will be taking the damage from Scooby. Will be getting behind that shack, and Face is gonna be still leaving with the 3-man squad. That's gonna be Scooby and Enino now on the fire from Gustav. Scooby's gonna take a lot of shots, and that's gonna be now AIDS following it up. But the Nuclear Ping, they will still hold it, but it's gonna be Face now stopping on the side of it. Gustav with spray will get Enino down. Scooby, Bombi Lobo, Nate's gonna be thrown on the both sides. Scooby, the only player remaining anyway. What can he do? Not much, because Face, they will be destroy them down. It's gonna be Philo getting AIDS at the same time, so Cursed will be trying to third party on this one, and AIDS will be flushed down as well. Silas will get that kill, so Cursed with 3 kills, first down to 2 players anyway. Fastface and Gusto remaining ACS Fex, they have already fallen down, and now Face, they will need to build something out of this situation, but we can see Cursed like circling around them more or less. Monkey trying to shoot them from the distance, but those shots will not connect, unfortunately. And well, I mean, Face, nice push, but didn't work all the way till the end.
It did not. They were severely punished here, and now they're going to move out as well. But obviously, Curse, they know that FaZe is the team that they need to take out. They have the opportunity right now, and I cannot see them actually allowing FaZe to leave here. I mean, obviously, now FaZe will just run far away from this situation. Gustav, with almost no HP remaining here, seems to be able to make it out at least for now. And that's going to be so important for FaZe to at least keep 2 players up. This way, they can still fight at least, but they have they took so much damage here, and they're in such a bad position right now.
That's going to be 12 teams still remaining, so BBL and ENGE around the Gatka area. Then we have Redline on the picnic area. We do have Virtus Pro, the southern side of the Chopsticks. Of course, Liquid holding that same compound, which they just took a while ago. Curse, they're kind of like, traveling back and forth, north and south. So they, of course, need to move instead of the circle completely, so Shiv is still outside. But they are waiting for the phase to get back inside. They know that they actually rotated there on the eastern side, and they are expecting that somebody might be still coming all the way from the south, and that's going to be Gustav this time. He's going to be going from the backside of Shiv, but he's going to be hopping in a car and not going to be holding that side anymore. So they're just waiting where the phase is going to be moving. We'll be spotting some empty vehicles, but at the same time we have Gustav actually rotating all the way here on the southern side. Fago is going to be running here on the road, and that's going to be, well, it's going to be dangerous. I mean, towards, for example, Gustav. He actually comes with the vehicle. They are ready to shoot, and he will be actually going towards them, and he drives something over. We'll be spotting those players. I will be altering his course immediately, so he will get kind of like in a cover. We can see Shiv also moving on this area. So a lot of interest towards the south, but Shiv, he's actually still inside. I mean, Gustav is outside, back in the blue. Same applies for the pass phase as well. Needs to be tanking and has bandages, has one med kit, and that's it. So at some point they will need to get outside of it. Circle's going to be shifting south, western side more. Well, not that much on the south, but at least on the western side, definitely. And that's of course going to mean that Liquid and Redline, also Cursed and Fago, will need to get inside. It's going to be actually Navi on the hotspot area on the southern side. They will be welcoming these players inside. And Cursed is going to be running all the way in this area and coming with the vehicles at the same time as well. That might be a little bit bad for them, but they will spot the Navi players, and now at least they know about the danger.
They know about one of the dangers, but they don't know about Fago. Fago has been running from Fairy Pier. They have absolutely no idea that there's a 4-man squad here, and they're gonna be so devastated if they're taken down, because now they've already opened the fire zone towards Navi, which means that Fago, they have full information that there is a team right up on this hillside. Shiv here with the move around will maybe spot these guys out. I hope to God the first part that they will be able to see them, but as we can see, Fago just playing the phone game here, making sure that they will be able to surprise these guys. And even though we see these guys coming up here now and supporting each other, I think they will be very surprised once Fago decides to open the fire zone.
The Monkey is going to be watching that side now. Let's see if he's going to be spotting anything, but for now he didn't detect the players. He didn't see the players for now, and that's still Fago's going to be completely undetected. Rhinolog opening fire. It's going to be a straight headshot coming from Rhinolog, and that's going to get one of the players down. Now we also, Silas takes the damage as well. Molotov will find the second one. So Curse, just in a matter of seconds, just like snap the fingers, and that's going to happen. Curse is going to be losing 2 players immediately. Also Example getting Shift down. It's going to be down to Philo, so they will lose 3 players inside a couple of seconds, and Navi is going to be getting a flush as well, so Philo just needs to go ASAP away from this area. Navi is not going to be finding him from this angle, but I mean, we can see Dante, for example, from the double VLA. He should be able to see something. The shots will be still coming, and now the angles will be open, and Dante with that spray, let's see what kind of damage he can actually do. Philo will be getting behind of it, so no damage dealt with that spray. Adef will be waiting there, and Philo needs to get inside of the shack, will be leaving the car there, and that's going to be easy to spot for somebody. They definitely know, and Liquid at the same time also falling down. Redline will destroy them down, and that's going to be Liquid gone completely from the lobby.
Yeah, and I mean, that's probably one of the first bad games from Liquid here, and all credit to them. They've been massive here, but now they're gonna tap out. They're gonna enjoy their victory from the lobby, as we now see Redline picking up 2 of these kills. They have 4 players alive, and they are the only team right now that can, in reason, take over the 4th place from FaZe. So obviously, Redline having one of the opportunities of their lifetime right now to get into these prize money. But we see the new zone right now. It's not gonna hit a lot of teams. Ends slightly on the inside of the zone right now. We can see a depths as well, and a little bit of the zone going over to WLA. But apart from that, this is not a great zone for a lot of teams.
Yeah, there's so few places where you can actually hide. I mean, it's gonna be, of course, there's hills. There's the Wizard Tower that is still playable here on the middle, and you can play on the hill as well. Fago's gonna be sending it now in towards the double VLA. We can see Dante with that angle. We'll be actually getting on the fence line. The spray should be coming in, right? Oh, they will jump over, but the spray from Dante, he needs to defend 2 different angles, and that's gonna be him falling down. I mean, they will actually jump all the way on top of the fence line, and that's going to be a problem. Double VLA still having Fate and Hobbits in the play. At the same time, we do have M4 sending it for the Wizard Tower, and that should be okay for now. Let's see how long they can actually hold that place. Faye still needs to come up with a plan. We can see also Navi sending in. Philo's going to be holding that shack, and he has the nades ready. Example, going to be spotting that vehicle. Might be suspected that, yeah, there might be somebody actually inside. At the example, you know, just very carefully watching. The spray will come. Door's going to be opening. Nades going to be thrown both sides, and that's going to be a Molly and Philo. He's going to be so dead. There's no way at all he can still stay alive, and that's going to be end of curse on this match, as we have Navi at the same time going between the roads. There's going to be immediate shots coming towards them from the M4s. We can see Vodix sending in. The Melman's going to be falling down for teaser, and Vodix will still try to get inside, join his teammates. We do have the double VL and the Fago situation still building up. Fastfest is staying here on the southern side. Navi, we do have Quizzy actually circling around with the US. Let's see what's going to be heading in the end, but they will do the revival, so Navi's going to be back with the foreman stack, as we do have Redline and BBL also pretty close to each other. So Redline's going to be watching from the hillside, and we have BBL actually parking right next to them, and it's going to be Ivan with that very important angle. Let's see what he can actually find. He's going to be collecting all the information. Not going to be yet doing anything about it. Gustav will be getting 2 players down. That's going to be shots coming from Ivas. That's going to be also Mitroleos on the scope, and those shots will be getting a second player down. No, will be getting down here behind the buggy, yes, but not going to be getting a knock for now, but going to be trying to find those angles, and that's going to happen. Mitroleos goes very low. FaZe Clan taken down by Navi at the same time, as Redline will be still continue to spam towards BBL. They still have player hiding there on the smoke. That's going to be a smash actually, and that's going to be the last player of the whole team. Will be trying to get that vehicle. There's going to be shots still to come. Smash will be trying to get away. There's going to be ends waiting on the other side. There's going to be multiple angles, and this could be the end of BBL. We'll see how far he's going to be getting with that vehicle. M4's also waiting there on the Wizard Tower. He's going to be traveling towards, so we'll see how Smash wants to play this one. Does he want to park here on the lower side of the hill and going to be hiding there behind the vehicle? Yes, that's going to be the case, but there will be shots already coming, so that could be a thing. Double VLA fighting from their life. That's going to be one last player, which is Fate, holding the angle, but no, that's not going to be enough. Unfortunately, Rhinolock will get Fate down, and Fago, they can still revive one of the members. They will actually continue with the 3-man stack as well, and the new circle, as we can see, M4 still inside. Ens needs to leave, Virtus Pro needs to leave, Redline needs to leave, Ades will have to let go from the lovely God compound as well, and also Fago, they can't keep the place that they were fighting for so heavily.
They cannot, but right now, like you say, so many people need to leave. Smash is alive, but he is alone, and he is trying to hold on for dear life, trying to farm those placement points, because we are already in them. Only 8 teams remaining, 26 players alive. It is phase number 5, and now there is so many teams that need to move in, and there's so much open terrain here, so this is going to be extremely hard to stay alive. But at the same time, we see a Redline. They are looking strong. They have 4 players. They have the better half of this zone as well, as they will be able to climb this mountain and potentially challenge the likes of M4's, challenge Adepts, and maybe even Navi, as we now see Fago trying to move out towards this rock and these bushes in the central field.
Yeah, there's going to be so many shots coming towards them. I mean, Redline, they can play the top of the hill from that side. Virtus Pro is going to be moving at the same time as well. Going to be going a little bit towards Fago. So this is going to be it. I mean, Virtus Pro, they are the team that can actually challenge the second place from BBL, and BBL only having 1 player alive. Virtus Pro, they need a huge game. Duff is going to be getting Lou knocked down, so that's going to be definitely a team perfect. It will be perfect. This will be getting Molodok, so it's going to be Virtus Pro also getting some knocks, and let's see how they want to play this down. There's going to be lots of nades, and they just want to go for the Fago completely. All the players are here. Fago defending. We can see drive-by coming from Spyro. That's going to be connecting. Nade's going to be thrown. It's going to be Haloma Bad falling down. Rhinolock goes very low, and he's going to be the last player for Fago. And Virtus Pro, they just might get those extra points what they're needing. More nades. Haloma Bad's going to fall down, and let's see Rhinolock, no chance whatsoever. That's going to be end of it for Fago, as the Perfectis will be putting those utilities, and Navi's going to be crashing at the same time on the backside of the M4s. We can see Doxus still outside of it, and that is an angle what the Navi might not be expecting, but they only have taken 1 knock, so M4s they're quite nicely holding actually for now. They will be spotting Mailman. We only have Aliyah remaining anymore for now. Navi inside of the smoke. Will be trying to peek from here, but there's going to be a lot of players on the side. It's going to be Fuhrax from the backside. They will be actually third partying on the fight as we can see Adept. They are coming as well. Fuhrax knocked down. It's going to be still Noki and Navmer holding the place. Redline's going to be coming to the party as well. They will put their utilities, and this is going to be absolute complete devastation. The nades are there, but they will hit the old smokes. There's nobody inside of them anymore. Navi has been taken down. Enforce needs to defend, but they do have Adepts on the both sides, and they are just coming. Number's going to fall down. Fuhrax going to fall down as well. Great performance, but Dox is going to be taken down as well. Noki somehow trying to stay alive. Will be spotting the red line, but he will be spotted as well. The Dogs are not going to be giving enough cover, but he's still holding these angles. Molly's going to be thrown, and that's going to be end of Adepts as well. Nailup's going to be burning, but he will go down. I mean, in a good way. He will put down the flames. Enforced with 2 members. Redline with 5 kills, and they are 100. They are only, how many points? They are actually 2 points away from the prize money if they can actually pass on phase. Diggory will be getting smashed down. BBL will not get any more points. Top 4 anymore remaining. Smash will get Diggory down, but that's going to be 1 nade, and they can maybe still go for the revival as well. Virtus Pro, they're just coming with the full ham. They are coming in as well. The cavalry is here. Virtus Pro, they will join the party. We want to have some of that as well. You can only have the good times. Enforce taken down by Redline, so they will get those needed points most probably to beat FaZe for the last placement points. But the Virtus Pro, they are coming in as well. They want to get some job done. We can see a Batulin already inside. We can see Spyro holding that angle with that nade, and Redline, they will be quite far away. Batulin going to be trying to scout that information. Enz is going to be also coming on the side of it. They are pretty far away on the north side, but as a full stack, same as Redline as well. So Redline with 4, Enz with 4, and Virtus Pro with 3. That's going to be the name of the game. And Enz, they are just holding 4 kills. They have the northern place. They should not be yet involved with the fight. Lukarov's going to be holding that angle. So if Enz is going to be pushing towards them, that's going to be Lukarov's job to spot the guys down. But Tulin very carefully scouting the area, wants to make sure that nobody's going to be surprising them. Spider going to be putting some utilities on the first floor. There's no players inside of the Wizard Tower at all, so all the players are on the sides, and that's going to be QB understanding that there's going to be a team on the other side. The nade will be coming. Let's see where it's going to be heading on the side of the Wizard Tower, but there's no players outside of it. But Tulin still inside. It's going to be Ivers getting a knock on Enz, and Enz is actually going to be a surprising Redline first. Okay, Ivers will get that knock, so it's going to be actually Redline surprising Enz, but still Enz is going to be making some chains on the whole picture, and Virtus Pro, they get to stay there on the shack. Lukarov's actually defending very nicely. Will be getting a flush as well, so Enz is going to be losing 1 player. Then we have the utilities. Rest of the red line going to be kind of like split between thinking which direction they should be concentrating on, because they also need to fight with the Virtus Pro. Then we have the spray coming from Ivas, and let's see, Virtus Pro, they will not get, there will be no knocks whatsoever, and the spray from Lukarov is going to spot something down. There we go. Digger's going to get 1 down, so Enz is going to be getting 1 player down from the red line. That's going to be making things more even. And now we have also Petulin getting nail up down. That's going to be 1 thing as well. So red line down to 1 player, and that's going to be QBE hiding here on the bushes. Ends on the other side, having Virtus Pro on the other side, and that's going to be QBE still trying to pick up something. We'll put some sort of smokes there, and we have Rustama running towards it. So Enz, this is going to be the chance to get a chicken dinner as well on the matches. All these other teams, they have got their chicken dinners already, but Enz, they are still waiting for the first one. And now we can see Virtus Pro as they will kind of like be able to concentrate towards the ends, because Redline is gone, so they are not anymore on the server. Only 2 teams remaining, Virtus Pro and Ends.
Yeah, and there's only going to be 3 players left there. I'm not 100% sure if Redline actually picked up any of those kills, but regardless, they may or may not have done enough to go past FaZe. However, VP also fighting for that 2nd place, whereas Ends just fighting for that final chicken dinner. They've been struggling so much this weekend, and this one would put a very, very nice ending to it for Ends, so that they at least have some sort of positive experience. And we can see this move out from Pixu here. It's going to give VP a little bit more to think about. I really like this move out. On the other hand, it will leave Rustamar and Diggory off trying to defend against this 3-man push, and Rustamar goes down immediately. Diggory as well. He gets the knock, but bottling down. That means now they will most likely get to survive, and Tixu with only 11 HP is going to try to come in, but no. In the end, it is Virtus Pro that picks up this final chicken dinner of this PSL season. 12 kills, 3rd chicken dinner of the weekend. Actually, that is some way to end our games here.
Yeah, Virtus Pro, I mean, that was a great execution. I mean, they just got those two players knocked down from Ends right away, and then of course Tix was only remaining there, and then they had all the 3 scopes towards him, so Tix just fall down immediately, and of course Virtus Pro with 22 points on the last game. That's gonna make the scoreboard interesting.
It's 8 o'clock playing path here in match number 18. a quarry first circle, which made things a little bit interesting, but ultimately it sort of became a Gatka Fields kind of finish that we all know and love. Addressing the start of the game first though, Copter. Before Phase 2 even closed, we only had 12 teams still remaining. So maybe not quite hot drops, but our predictions all across the board of aggression certainly seemed to be a thing in the final game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw multiple teams just going for it multiple times. So yeah, there was definitely teams dropping quite early. But I mean, still, they didn't go like completely ham. We have seen more aggressive starts as well. We have sometimes seen games where the games are already ending, like on the phase 6 or something, on the last game of the series. So I think that the teams were really still fighting for it. But of course, there was multiple teams wanting to get those points, and that kind of like led them to a point that they just wanted to fight.
It certainly built up a couple of stories too, because PSL Esports was struggling to stay in the game as a solo player, while Virtus Pro were 8 points behind, but with all 4 alive, it really set us up for a bit of a grandstand finish. Some of the fights that we had early on, ENG versus PSL at Everest, Polish Power versus WLA, FaZe versus the Nuclear Penguins in the middle of fields on the east side of the circle. Might like get into zone, lads. WLA versus Fago later on as well. And then Phase 4, we finally confirmed, okay, this is going to be a Gatka Fields finish. And this is something that the teams, this is one of the more normal circles that the teams will have prepared for. Iphans, in circles like these, what are your priorities when you're picking where to go, considering there's basically no hard cover? Is it 90% just using your vehicles to build your fort?
Yeah, I mean, nowadays you don't even need to build a fort. Now you just use your vehicles to blow your way in and just hang out of the window, do a puppy, and just take everyone down.
Easy peasy.
No, but seriously, like, we could see the fights breaking out there. It was in full vision of a lot of teams. Virtus Pro, they even farmed out on, I think, the fight between Adepts and M-Force. I think they stole like 3 or 4 kills in that fight, and they just moved in later. They got the outside. We could see ENG do a similar move. They didn't get to farm kills first, but they also moved in like on the outside instead. So those are the kind of positions that you want to have, so that you are the one looking on the outside in instead of the inside.
Really tense final fight as well. Both Virtus Pro and ENG wanted that, but Virtus Pro managing to walk away with the chicken dinner. We're going to find out shortly if it turns out that was enough. Let's go ahead first, before we move into the prize pool or anything like that. Let's take a look after that tremendous back and forth between Fex and Clib in terms of who's going to come top of the damage and kills. We can now finally reveal it for all you. Let's take a look at what has happened throughout the entire course of the grand finals. And Clib by 4 kills. You know what? That's a decent 10% more than Fex. I say that. That's still in 18 games. You're getting 38 kills. Absolutely ridiculous. Fex Machine in second place with 34 kills, but definitely more highlights, I think it's fair to say. Every time we look at Fex, it's a highlight. It's a bit weird, that. Jeems for Team Liquid in third place, and Mixie making it in as well. So that's 3 players from Team Liquid in the top 5, with Perfectix sneaking in there for Virtus Pro. While we're still on this screen, Ivan, are you happy with what you see here?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think Liquid with these 3 players really have gotten the headlines in different ways. Mexi being like always the one to back up the kills. That is what he always does when Liquid does well. And then Jeems and Clib being the kind of the spearheads in like alternating games and days. So I think this is completely fine. Also, Fex, obviously we have to see him up there. I'm a little bit sad to see Molodok fall out in the final game here, because I think Molodok has been absolutely massive this weekend, and I think he deserves to be mentioned as one of the biggest profiles of this fight.
100%. Molodok has sort of been in and out of this leaderboard the entire weekend long. Copter, this Clib versus Fex show, are you pretty pleased with how it's finished?
Yes, I mean, Clib has been, we haven't seen that many of his skills. He has been just doing the work so much, and the kind of like the highlights haven't been getting to him as much as we saw Fex. I mean, Fex, he has been getting like let's say 5 kills, 6 kills, 7 games in one game, then some games like without any kills. And the difference is the Clib has been just getting all the time those kills, like a couple of kills a game, and they are a little bit different kind of situations. It's not like 1 versus 4. It's just, you know, doing the work and just getting the people, getting them killed.
doing an absolutely tremendous job. But yeah, Fex very much a massive sort of highlight kind of player every single time we saw him on screen. It was something spectacular. Let's remind you as well, before we show you the final leaderboard, what the prize pool actually is. 1,000 euros in total. In fourth place, we've got 1,500 euros. In third place, it goes up to 2,500. In second place, it is 4,500 euros. And finally, in first place, absolutely tremendous stuff, 6,500 euros. So that is how the prize pool is going to be split between the top 4 teams. But the question on everyone's lips is, which teams are second through fourth? Because we all know Team Liquid has managed to win. Let's go ahead and take a look at the final scores. We can, of course, reveal Virtus Pro overtaking BBL Esports to finish in second place. And look at this, Redline at the death by 3 points take fourth place from FaZe Clan as well. What a tremendous ending to this tournament. Unbelievable scenes in the PSL in game number 18 out of 18. Copter, your reaction?
I mean, looking pretty good actually. I mean, of course, Liquid are deserving. They will win with the 50-point margin. That's going to be a huge margin. Then, of course, Virtus Pro with the last game performance. I mean, getting those kills, getting the chicken dinner. We knew that it's going to be close, but actually the gap is going to be 10 points because BBL, they dropped pretty early actually. Didn't get the performance on the last game what was required. And also Redline, I mean, they have been improving a lot from the first day. I mean, they haven't been like having a complete like a disaster finals, but I mean, they haven't had the most strong moments. Let's say yesterday was pretty hard for them actually, but now they have been nicely fighting back there, and I think the fourth place is well deserved. Of course, FaZe dropping out of the prize money, that's gonna be a thing as well, but I mean, at least we have some very good memories from FaZe.
Absolutely tremendous stuff. We will remember Fex, of course, from this tournament, as well as, frankly, a lot of players that have done very well. iFint, taking a look at this leaderboard. First of all, every single team got above 50 points, even the Nuclear Penguins. They won't be pleased with 16th place, but everyone got above 50. And actually, the top half of the leaderboard are all above 100 as well. Your reaction to these final standings?
Just want to mention real quick, Penguins actually have some chicken dinner as well. So the fact that
yes, they do.
The fact that they come in last even with a chicken dinner is a little bit surprising to me, but it goes to show that even though they have been looking quite strong in some of the previous rounds of PSL, meeting a lobby like this is just a whole other ball game. I mean, we saw here in the end, there's no doubt that Enforce the Penguins loves Blood W. I mean, they've shown throughout this tournament or this finals that they can shoot. They're some very solid teams. It's just sometimes the guys on the other side, they're just insane. I mean, we've seen so many profiles throughout the day as well, but I gotta say, like, obviously this one, it's a huge thing for Liquid to win this one. That is something that I think is going to echo throughout the regions. I think a lot of the teams that are in PSL right now is going to look at Team Liquid and say, you know what, holy hell, did you guys beat Virtus Pro by 50 points? That is insane. And I think they now, their confidence should be at an all-time high.
It's been absolutely tremendous. I think Team Liquid, teams are going to be looking at them now going, hang on a second. You didn't just win the tournament. You absolutely blasted everyone out of the water. They have done it in style. They deserve every cent of that prize money. They fought tooth and nail to get to that point after day 1, after day 2, and certainly after day 3, where they could have a couple of off games and still be ahead by so darn much. Very well done from them. They win the PSL, of course, but it leaves me to congratulate all of the teams that were playing. And also the teams that were in the prize money. So Redline, BBL Esports, Virtus Pro, and Team Liquid. A very big congratulations to all of the players on those teams. A massive thank you as well to everyone behind the scenes here at basically PUBG Finland, but realistically, This has been such an incredible production over 6-7 weeks at the PSL, and the guys behind the scenes, Copter included, of course, running around like a headless chicken whenever he's not actually on broadcast, making sure everything is fixed when things break, making sure they're fixing them live, and just the general organization and the infrastructure of everything has been superb, getting so many thousands of people together. We're still in a pandemic, remember, to enjoy PUBG esports as much as we do. Huge thank you to Copter, Ivan, Chunks, Kowo, and all of the partners of the stream who have been able to bring on not only a great grand finals, but a great or complete tournament for you guys as well. And it finally leaves me to say a massive thank you to Elisa Esports as well, without whose support we wouldn't be able to put this on. It's been a tremendous PSL Season 9. Tell us your favorite moments on social media, because we're going to be talking about this as our Team Liquid, I suspect, for days, weeks, and months to come. Thank you very much, everyone. Stay safe. Have a great rest of your weekend, and good night.
Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly.